So, hi, today we are going to be going over phonics and sight words, and we're going to be learning them and doing a lesson on them. So, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a background on what we're doing, and then we're going to get started into our lesson. Our learning objectives today for our lesson will be that you will be able to distinguish the difference between what phonics are and what sight words are, and to know the difference between the two, but how we use them together in order for us to learn how to be better at reading. You will also be able to identify phonics and sight words within sentences. So I'm going to give you a few sentences, and you're going to try to identify which ones are the phonics words and then which ones are the sight words. And then lastly, you'll be able to recognize the sight words in print on our bingo card. So we're going to have a fun little bingo game that we're going to do, incorporating everything that we have learned. So before we go on, can you tell me what you think phonics mean? Great, so it's kind of like sounds. So, like when we pronunciate things, we hear some sounds. Can you tell me what sight words are? Great job. I heard that you said they're just kind of like some words that we should know when we are talking. So, our next slide talks about understanding phonics. So, what are phonics? They're the ability to make the correct association between the sounds and the symbols of a language. So, some examples would be the A as in apple, B as in balloon, and K as in cat, because they're the first sounds that we hear when we pronunciate the word. So, can you give me a try and do apple for me? Perfect. Could you do balloon for me? Great job. And can you do cat for me? Nicely done. And some sight words so what are sight words? They are words that should be taught as a whole without breaking the word down by phonics or morphology. So sight words are just words that we kind of are taught and we kind of learn. And instead of saying apple, we just say the, or and, or girl, as, you, was, went. Now, can you read each of those for me? Awesome job. So now we're going to practice our vowel sounds, because our vowels are, can you tell me our vowels? We have A, E, I, O, and U. And so our vowels have a big involvement in phonics, because those are the words that you hear with your ears. So A as in apple, apple. We also hear E as in elephant, I as igloo, O as as octopus, and U as umbrella, or as umbrella. And so sometimes these words get a little tricky because the pronunciations are different, but you will learn that in the future. So we're going to do a sight word activity. So I'm going to have you read these sight words. We'll read them together. I'll read them first, and then I'll have you read them, and then we're going to use them in everyday sentence forms. So the, and, is, it, you, we, to, and can. And so I'm going to give you sentences, and then you can also give me some too. So the first one I will say is, we are doing a lesson. Can you tell me what the sight word is that I'm using? We, great job. So now can you think of a sentence? Perfect. The sentence you said was, you are awesome. So can you tell me what sight word you used in the sentence? You, great job. So now we're going to combine both of those. We're going to combine phonics and sight words, and we're going to use them in sentences. So my example was, I see a cat. I and see are sight words, and cat was one of our phonics words. So now we're going to take a look, and we're going to practice reading sentences and identifying sight words and decoding other words using phonics. So the first sentence is, the apple fell. Can you tell me what the sight word is? The, great job. And can you tell me what apple is? Phonics. Great job. So I'm going to have you do 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to read them, and then you're going to tell me what the sight word is and what the phonics are. So number 2 says, the balloon went into the sky. That one's a little tricky. Can you figure out which ones are the phonics and sight words? The, great job. And balloon, great job. Number 3 is, a girl was walking by. That one's a little tricky. So that one doesn't have a phonics word. It just has a sight word, and the sight word was an A. So that one was a little tricky. Can you do number 4 for me? You ate an apple. Great job. You said that the phonics word was apple and that the sight word was you. Awesome job. So now, for fun, we're going to be playing with phonics and sight words. And so we're going to do a sight word bingo. So there's going to be sight words, the and girl, as you, was, went, and a few extra ones in there. And if I say it and you can read it and recognize it, then I'm going to have you put a circle on your bingo card. And if you get 5 in a row, then you win. You got bingo. And then we're going to go over reviews. So can you tell me what phonics were? Great job. It's the ability to make the correct sounds when we're speaking and we're talking. And what are sight words? Sight words are words that we are taught and that we kind of know, and we're not using phonics to break them down. So we're not saying apple, we're just saying apple. And then why do you think these are important? Yeah, because it helps you read, it helps you talk, it helps you write, it helps you overall and as you grow up. So today we learned about phonics and sight words. And phonics help us read by understanding our letter sounds, while sight words are words that we need to memorize. So as you remember your sight word packets at home, those are words that you go home and you study and you remember. So then when we are talking or when we are reading a story or when we are doing some writing, you'll already have those words memorized and you can just write them down. Great job today on your lesson.